Today, I saw my younger brother. We were at Taco Bell. I saw my younger brother by this homeless man who was standing and sitting in front of a Taco Bell food. The man asked my younger brother if he could buy food, and he bought him about 3 burritos. And I kind of just witnessed it all happen. I was just in the car, and I was already wondering if the Lord was calling me to do something about it. And before I could even worry too much about it, like the Lord already covered it through my younger brother, which is really cool to see. And it just made me think about how I believe there's a scripture. I could be wrong, but there's a scripture that says that even giving our brothers and sisters or anybody a cup of water, that specifically would not go without reward. That the Lord notices when we give and when we support each other and when we help those who are in need, that the Lord doesn't forget that, but he rewards those who have and share the same heart as him, which is to give to the needy, to give to the poor, to preach the gospel to the poor, to really give to those who need. And I believe it also says that whoever we helped, we also helped Jesus, we also helped him. So it's just awesome to think that making an impact is also somehow beneficial to us, not just in a fulfillment way, but also just the Lord acknowledging us, rewarding us, and also us just sharing like the type of heart that he has for us. And so it just makes us think like we totally we're totally, I guess, incentivized in a way to help each other out and to give to those who are in need. I could remember many instances where the Lord, or they're just people that I've come across. A lot of them were homeless people, and um, the Lord using me to bless them, whether that be financial or buying them a sandwich. Um, the Lord provided exactly what they needed through me, and not only did it um, bless me in a fulfilling type of way and give me such great peace and joy in doing so, but the Lord has um, noticed it. And what I believe is one, I guess, reward that I received was um, I remember this was 2 years ago, and I'm just speaking this from experience. This was 2 years ago. Um, at school, oh, there you go. At school, I would walk um, from the bus stop, and I would um, see like a lot of homeless people on the way on like the short walk to school, and I gave to them and prayed for them and stuff like that. And a couple months later, the Lord gifted me with with an iPhone 13 mini. Like, I don't know how to explain, but I believe those events were correlated because I had like an iPhone 10 for like the longest time, and the Lord sent somebody out of the blue, somebody that I've maybe talked to a couple times, and the dude just offered me his iPhone 13 mini out of nowhere. He just texted me about it, and at first I was like, I don't know if I could receive that. But then no, he really was um, intent on giving it to me, and it was such a blessing. It was such a blessing because um, I was about to go on a trip, and I had like no storage on my iPhone 10, and this iPhone 13 mini happened to have like 256 gigabytes of storage, which is exactly what I needed for this trip. So it was just such a blessing to see that um, my blessing also came back around and blessed me as well. Um, but yeah, no, like with that being said, like being generous just shows the heart of God. We see Jesus, he's always self-giving, always self-giving. Like there's always him making time to give. Like there was that one time he intentionally set off on a far journey. I don't know how many miles it was, but he intentionally went long and far with his disciples to go specifically meet the Samaritan woman. And that one experience that the Samaritan woman had changed her life. But it was all because of Jesus's, I guess you could say, like, sacrificial giving, that he would go that far for that woman. And I wonder how far we could go for each other. And I think, of course, when our cup is full and when we've been exposed to the love of God, we're able to share that same love with other people. Once we've experienced the grace that he's given us through knowing him in a relationship, we're able to go that far for other people. And when people see that type of love, the type of unconditional love that he showed us, that's the type of love that transforms people and makes people see the light that is in us, the light that we are, and see that we have something that they don't have. We have love. We have Jesus, right? We're able to share the love of Christ that actually transforms people and allows us to testify of God and be a light to other people, be the salt of the earth and the light of the world unto people. And it just is one way for us to be that, through generosity or just being self-giving. Again, Jesus totally exemplified that. But the truth is, we can only really do that once we've experienced his love. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I mean, of course, there's like people who aren't Christians that are self-giving and who can do that, but to the extent of offering unconditional love, the type of love that transforms people, the type of love that has no prerequisite, the type of love, like that type of love will be so distinct, especially in a world filled with need, in a world filled with darkness. That type of love will shine through and clearly be different from all the other loves and the other things. And I think people will definitely catch on to that. They might ask you, why do you smile so much, or why are you like this? And it plants a seed in people. It plants a seed in people. It inspires people. I think people come up to me and say that that the love I've shown them, and them being aware that it's from God, is something that they can never repay. And for that person in particular, it's a journey for them to know that same love that I've received so that they can return it. Because the love I showed them planted a seed in them. Like, for example, for this person, their car broke down and I decided to give them a bunch of rides to work, just out of, helping a brother out. And that meant so much to him. That meant a lot to him. And then, like, almost like a year later, he told me that, it meant so much to him, and like it was like an inspiration to him, and that he even started giving another coworker a ride because of what I did for him. So he was kind of just spreading that, I guess. And it was just cool to see that seed I planted in him helped another person out, and hopefully that person would, I guess, know the love of Jesus. And I don't know. I just think it's super cool to see just how your acts of kindness, which are seeds, because seeds are word and action, affect other people and produce like a harvest that is just so cool to see. But I don't know. That's what I felt like I should share today. I hope that this little spiel or whatever would encourage you to be kind and just be the hands and feet of Jesus, and to just be a light of the world and show, I guess, generosity. Be blessed.